Today, I'm not cooking anything, but I've still got 5 new dishes to show for it. I'll be trying new ingredients. Whoa, look at the yolk. That's crazy. It's just like a sour yogurt. Learning new techniques. A scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
Like a 5.
A 5. Tasting new dishes. Love the smell of yogurt in the morning. To see what we can make without touching a stove. It's summer and it's way too hot to do that. So we have 5 no-cook dishes to explore today, starting with a dish from China. I don't think it's working. You may have noticed something in the background of a lot of my videos. Coffee. Leia and I start filming early in the morning, so coffee is a part of our morning routine. For me, especially now that it's summer, my go-to is an iced Americano with oat milk and a Splenda, while Leia's is a hot coffee, black. So when we're at home cooking, we like to drink the good stuff. That's why we like Cometeer. It's a totally new way to drink coffee at home, iced, hot, espresso, you name it. They go out and find the best brews from all around the world. Onyx, Intelligentsia, Proud Mary, there are dozens of different coffees on their menu. They brew their coffee at 10 times the strength of a normal cup and flash freeze it into a capsule. For hot coffee, you just pop it out of the capsule and add hot water. For iced coffees or iced lattes, just defrost it in your fridge, then pour it over water and ice or milk. It's that easy. No brewing required, you really can't mess it up. And if you're like me and you like exploring food and drinks from around the world, then their World Mug collection is definitely for you. There are 32 cups of coffees from 16 origins that you can rate against one another in their app or in this little passport to find your perfect brew. This is the most exciting way to figure out what coffee you actually like. My favorite is Intelligentsia, a brew from France. I tend to like darker roasts. Different countries, different roasters, all brewed to perfection and flash frozen. You're not guessing what good coffee tastes like, you're actually experiencing it. Definitely. To try Cometeer, use my code BERYL20 and that will give you $20 off at checkout. Give it a try. I think you'll really like it.
Hi everyone, my name is Mengsha. I live in the Chicago suburbs in the USA, but I was born in Beijing, China. The dish I want to share with you today is called Pídàn Dòufu, which literally means century egg tofu. The dish is as simple as it sounds. It's a salad of century egg and tofu dressed in sesame oil, salt, and green onion. There's so many ways to make this dish. You can arrange it to be pretty or add different flavors to the dressing, but the style that I grew up eating, which is kind of messy but still delicious, is what we would call 家常菜, home-style cooking.
So I've actually had a century egg before, like early days of the channel when I did a sick foods episode and I had it with congee.
Whoa.
And I really liked it back then. Also, each egg is individually wrapped, which feels crazy to me. Why do they need to be individually wrapped? It I don't know. How do I open this?
Century eggs are preserved duck eggs. After you peel them, the inside is black or sometimes dark brown with patterns on the egg white that look kind of like frost.
Have you ever had a century egg?
Never. My boyfriend Reed has. His mom's side of the family is Chinese. Okay, I didn't do a great job, but it's out.
It looks good to me.
Whoa, it feels like Jell-O.
Strong?
Mm-hmm. The outside was cheesy and the inside is a little sulfuric.
Wait, I need to smell it. Whoa, that is really strong.
Right?
That's really strong. Whoa, look at the yolk. That's crazy.
Look at the white.
Yeah.
The egg white is a little bit translucent and a little bit rubbery, which is why in Chinese, 皮蛋 literally means rubber egg. The egg yolk turns dark gray and is creamy, and it's a little bit intimidating to look at. In this dish, the Pídàn flavor, the sulfury flavor, is a little bit tempered and reminds me a little bit of brie cheese, which is why I wanted to talk about this dish. Since having kids, it's become important to me to expose them to foods like this so they don't judge foods on their appearance and give them a chance. Now that I think about it though, the two main ingredients in this dish are pretty good examples of what Chinese cuisine does instead of cheese. We're not a cuisine that uses dairy, and a lot of Chinese people are lactose intolerant because of this. But Pídàn and Dòufu both play pretty cheese-like roles in our cuisine. Chinese cuisine doesn't have a lot of no-cook dishes. Even our cold dishes are often cooked. I really like this dish on summer days where I want something light and I don't want to turn on the stove. I think people should try this dish because it combines two ingredients, one that many Westerners find boring, like tofu, and one that people find a little bit scary, like century egg, and combines them into something that is neither boring or scary, and dare I say even delicious.
As much as I feel like I'm open to new foods and new experiences, I mean, I did an entire episode eating like tongue. So we're cooking with cow's tongue for this. Eating heart. I've never had beef heart before. This is the size of my head. The century egg is one of those foods that is a little scary. Gosh, I don't remember what this tasted like now that I'm looking at these again. All right, we'll find out soon enough. So I'm gonna have the century egg. Actually, that's really good. The tofu is super mild, and just because there's sesame oil, there's not that much flavor. So the century egg is giving all the flavor. I liked it. Like, am I supposed to eat the century egg on its own? I'm gonna try it on its own. That's like totally up my alley, huh? It looks scarier than it tastes, that's for sure. I mean, let me know in the comments, would you try a century egg? I'm telling you, it's really actually pretty tasty. I like this as a no cooking dish because all the elements are made for you already and you're just assembling something that together becomes a very, very complete meal. Leia's gonna try the century egg on camera because she's never had it before.
I'm excited. Okay, gonna get mostly yolk here and soft tofu. I love soft tofu too. All right, here we go. Yeah, it's actually quite mild. The brie comparison I think is spot on. It just tastes like a nice semi-funky cheese, but nothing like as funky as a blue cheese. It's really, really nice. But yeah, I like it. I would honestly house this. It's good.
My name is Fern, and I'm from England in the UK. The dish I want to share today is called summer pudding, but it goes back to the 19th century where it was also called hydropathic pudding. It's a very simple dessert where you just take some bread in a bowl and you put some summer fruits like black currants, red currants, and strawberries, and you leave the berries to soak overnight, and you end up with this really brightly colored pink and purple dessert that's filled to the brim with berries. I really love this dessert because it's so quick and simple to make, and it's really refreshing cold out of the fridge on a hot day. You can eat it for breakfast, or it's really nice after a barbecue or for a garden party, especially with some cold custard.
So this is the tricky part because I need this bread to line the inside of the bowl that we're gonna fill with the berries. I watched a couple videos on it, and of course they make it look simple, but it doesn't seem simple in reality. Okay.
I actually think, despite how easy it is to make, outside of people who grew up in the countryside, it's actually not that well known.
Okay, she made cutting that look so easy. This is not easy to cut. This requires my utmost concentration. I don't want this to leak, so I need to get the bread like really smushed in there. I think it looks pretty good. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the bottom though, because my bread is not that big. This is a hard one. It's gonna leak. This was when there.
Oh no! Good catch.
No crust allowed.
No crust allowed.
A lot of my friends who grew up in a town have never heard of it because it's not the type of dish you can buy at a restaurant or even in a supermarket.
Here's what Leigh and I came up with. It looks pretty solid, I think. I'm gonna trim this and then we're gonna fill it with the berries. I hope I have enough berries. Oh, I can just add more berries. That's fine. You can't fix a leak though. Okay.
It's something you would just make because you have some leftover bread and you have a lot of berries because it's summer. For me, since I grew up in the countryside, it was something I really liked to make in the summer with my dad. We would have a blackcurrant bush and I would collect a lot of blackcurrants, and sometimes I would make it with only blackcurrant because that was my favorite berry as a child. It's a really great dessert to make in the summer, especially because you don't really need to cook anything. In the original recipe, you usually do cook down the berries a bit, but since we usually use frozen berries as part of the mix, they kind of have already melted down a bit to give you a lot of juices, so it's not always required.
So I've weighed it down with a plate and 2 cans of beans. I'm gonna put it in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow, hopefully, it looks like this. That's what it's supposed to look like. So get ready, people. I hope you're ready. So it's day 2. I'm feeling very nervous. I'm hoping for a vibrant colored outside layer and for it to come out very easily and for everything to be perfect. A scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you?
Like a 5.
A 5?
I'm like hopeful, but not confident, if that makes sense.
I'm like a 4. Okay. No color. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh no. I don't think it came out. I don't think it's working. I can feel that the bread. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. That was a fail. That was a total fail. I mean, there's nothing else to be said about that.
I think we can salvage it. Okay. Oy vey.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Making a silk purse out of a sow's ear over here. Yeah. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's definitely not good. All right, let's get this plated for the final shot. I'll make the background look pretty and we'll go try it.
I really recommend people trying this dish because it's so easy to make and it's really delicious, and I think it's a shame that more people don't know it.
So this was a partial fail, I would say, because it did not come out of the bowl, but it also did come out of the bowl. It just doesn't look pretty. We tried to make it look pretty. Like you can see in these shots that we tried to design it a little. Should we do a different side? Because this
Yeah, do you want to turn it?
Yeah. What really matters is how it tastes and how it looks. But how does it taste? It tastes really nice. It's very summery. The sweetness of the berries really comes through. The creme fraiche adds a creaminess that helps tone down the sweetness from the berries with the sugar that we made earlier. I'm not sure where we went wrong making this. Like, why did it not come out of the bowl? Maybe we should have put saran wrap on the inside. That way we could have kind of tugged it down. That might have worked. I wouldn't want to serve this at a dinner party, that's for sure, because there's no structural integrity whatsoever. But I also think at the end of the day, it has sides, and that's good.
Did the color thing.
It's colorful. I like that it's a cake that didn't require any baking, and it's very summery, full of berries, a lot of summer produce. It utilizes what's in season, and also you don't have to cook anything in your oven, which is amazing. And you do end up, or you should end up, with something that looks very appetizing.
Hey Beryl,
My name is Klaudia and I'm Polish, and the dish that I wanted to share with you today is called Chłodnik Ogórkowy. It's essentially translated to a cooling soup. It is not a dip, although it can look similar to a dip.
Oh, that's a lot of radishes.
And taste similar to a dip, but it's not, it's soup. We normally just eat it seasonally from the beginning of summer until the end. I think it's one of those dishes that you mature into.
So I've said this before, but dill is my all-time favorite herb. Put dill in it, I'm gonna eat it.
Dill is my favorite herb. You can say that it's a pretty big dill in my life.
Also, I just want to say for my birthday, Leia bought me a new cutting board, which is a very important gift considering my cutting board just died. And I'm excited, she's so pretty. I'm gonna cut on it now.
The ingredients are yogurt or kefir. This is what normally I make it with, or buttermilk. You're gonna add dill and spring onion and ground cucumbers. Make sure that you add spicy radishes.
Yeah, they're going everywhere.
I remember my aunt had them in a garden and they used to be extremely spicy.
As we've gotten started, one thing that I was thinking about is that I just don't think that there are enough cold soups out there. There's gazpacho, and there's that Korean cold noodle soup that has the ice cubes in it. But other than that, I can't think of any. So if you know of any, let me know in the comments because I'd like to try them. It's summertime, cold soups seem like the vibe. Kefir was something that I had a lot of when I lived in Russia, and to be honest, I never really loved it. The flavor of it was not exactly my speed, and the thickness of it also was not exactly my speed. So I'll be interested, like as a soup though, I kind of understand it, especially with all the vegetables and dill in it. But I'm gonna just give it a quick taste on its own. Yeah. I still don't love the taste of it. It's very sour. I want like a little sweetness to it, but I also kind of get it as a soup. It's just like a sour yogurt. All right, I don't love it.
People know of it, but it's not something that is regularly made in all households, from what I know. It makes its appearance every summer on the restaurants' menus, but not everybody makes it at home. You can also buy it in the supermarket, but obviously it's not the same. Why is it nice to have a dish without cooking? Because it's easy, right? I mean, it's easy, but you have to like let it marinate in the fridge for a little bit.
So we're gonna let this chill in the fridge for about an hour. Come back to it, eat it on camera.
I just invite you to have an open mind and visualize yourself on a hot day in the summer having a savory yogurt soupy dish. I mean, who wouldn't like it? Come on, smacznego. Thank you.
So we have a cold dill and radish and cucumber soup that I think is going to be really good, even though it's got kefir in it. Wait, I blew on it because it's a soup. Nope. The kefir is actually really nice because it's a little bit sour and it makes it feel like more like a flavored soup. I really like the radishes in this. There's a little bit of spice from them. The cucumbers cool everything down. Yeah, yum. For me, the dill is really good. If you don't like it, I do think you could omit it and use a different herb that you like. But like, you know, you should give dill a chance. Give dill a chance. I love that you can imagine on a hot day, sitting outside, having a cold bowl of soup like this, and it's really good for your gut. So there's that. This is a great example of me not liking an ingredient, but then having it prepared in a way that I do like it. This has happened before in the channel. For example, recently I said I didn't like black olives, and then I had it in this tamale pie and I really liked them. I thought that I didn't like black olives, but maybe I do. So maybe this is a new start for me with kefir, the beginning of a long and prosperous relationship.
Hi, my name is Lorna and I come from Nairobi, Kenya, and I would like to talk to you about Kachumbari. Kachumbari is a common salad in the East Africa region, and it consists of red onions, tomatoes, finely chopped, and you could add cucumbers, you could add avocados, you could add chili, you could really make it to your liking.
So I'm gonna put the onion in a saltwater bath, and that's gonna help get rid of that raw flavor, the bitterness of raw onion. So it'll make the salad a little bit smoother when you're eating all those raw vegetables.
It creates a very colorful bowl, a very colorful salad. One of the reasons Kachumbari is very popular is because it's inexpensive. It's very, very basic groceries that you could get from anywhere, and you will find it all over the place. Most of the time, you'll find it with street vendors who sell street food, or you will even find it in high-end restaurants. You'll find it in people's homes. It's usually all over. I personally like my kachumbari to be very, very basic. The only thing I usually add is some salt, because I don't like my onions very, very tangy, and I realize that salt actually removes some of the tanginess of the onions.
I have to say, I do appreciate that Lorna gave me very detailed instructions of how much to use for everything, even down to the cilantro, 6 stalks of cilantro. But that's better for me than when I did Aunt Debbie's makeup and I had no instructions. This recipe has no measurements. It just says spinach, asparagus, cherry tomatoes, green onions. I don't know how much, I don't know what's going on. So I really appreciate this, even though I'm kind of measuring with my heart.
I also love avocados when they're in season. I will always slice it up and add it in there. Generally, you can do anything you want. You could also create your own vinaigrette and add it into the salad. It's really, really a very versatile salad, and you can really make it to your liking. If you ever visit Kenya, you will definitely always find it alongside our barbecue, which we call nyama choma.
Careful. Came out quick. All right.
It's usually just the go-to salad most of the time. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you try it out. Try it out because it's easy. Basically, just use what you already have in your pantry and you enjoy a taste of East Africa.
So I chose this dish because number one, we don't get a lot of representation from Africa on the show, so it was cool to get something from Kenya. But secondly, because it's very familiar. I think a lot of cultures around the world have a very similar salad to this, so I thought it would be cool to compare it to other ones. This one has a little bit of heat. The honey, I think, is a nice addition. We'll see how it tastes. It's gonna taste good. I think it's gonna taste spicy. Oh yeah, there's the kick. Woo! I only used half of that little pepper. I need some avocado or something to like quell the heat. The avocado is covered in the heat still. Leave it to Kenya to give me like a fresh tomato and cucumber salad that's just spicy as heck. But I really like it, it's kind of addicting. The balsamic honey vinaigrette, I'm really digging. I've never put those things together, and I was saying I don't usually have balsamic vinegar unless you go to a restaurant and there's bread and then there's like olive and balsamic at the table, a little bit of salt, dip the bread in, that's good. But I don't really use it that much at home. So I like that I have a new dressing to try out. The addition of the spicy pepper is what makes this more African. African food tends to have a lot of spice from peppers, and so you can see it coming through in a salad as simple as this. If you wanted to add chickpeas to add a little bit of protein, I think that would be a great addition to something like this. If you're not familiar with African food and you want to try something new from Kenya, you could make this because it's super simple to come by, the ingredients, and it's very easy to make. So you could be having a nice salad and be like, hey, did you guys know this recipe is actually a Kenyan recipe? And everyone would be like, oh, that's so cool. Where did you find it from? And then you'd be like, oh, Beryl.nyc, my website where all the recipes are. You can also just say my YouTube channel. It's fine.
Hi, my name is Awanti. I am from Pune, India. The dish I want to share today is Dahi Pohe, which means flattened rice with curd in English. Dahi Pohe is made with flattened rice. We need to first wash flattened rice, thick flattened rice, and then make it soft. Then it is mixed with curd, salt to taste, and little bit of sugar to balance the sourness of curd.
Pohe, if you've never heard of it before, are flattened rice flakes, and you can get different thicknesses of it. For this one, you want thick rice flakes. I've had a dry version of this dish that we actually made for a breakfast episode, and I have it a lot when I'm in India. It's so delicious, but it will be interesting to try it with yogurt.
To enhance the flavor and appearance, little bit of green chili and finely chopped coriander also added. The dish is then left for a rest for 5 minutes so that poha can absorb all the flavors of curd. Garnish it with pomegranate seeds so it enhances flavor with little sweetness and give a good red color to white poha. I love this dish because this is incredibly refreshing and very good option for summer. Its creamy porridge-like consistency makes you feel very comforting and easy to eat and digest for everyone. This is very healthy dish as well because curd is rich in calcium.
We're gonna let this rest for about 5 minutes because the poha is still hard. We want it to absorb the yogurt, the liquids from the yogurt. It smells good. I love the smell of yogurt. Love the smell of yogurt in the morning. So I need to give this a little taste just to see how the poha has softened. I want it softer. I mean, it's soft, but I want it softer. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of milk to help soften it up, and then I'm gonna put it in the fridge for a little longer so that the poha absorbs all the liquid a little bit more. I used oat milk, whatever. I think milk is milk. I mean, milk is not milk, but I mean, like, sometimes when you're cooking, it's okay. And this doesn't have any flavor, except for the fact that it's oat milk and has a flavor. Okay, let's put it in the fridge.
Poha, particularly flattened rice, is rich in iron, so it makes perfect complete balanced meal. Poha is widely eaten in India, but Dahi poha is particularly eaten in some parts of Maharashtra and Karnataka. Also in northern India, this is an offering for Lord Krishna on his birth anniversary. It really requires very few minutes to prepare, so anyone from home can cook this or can prepare this dish.
Anything with pomegranate seeds, I think I'm going to like. That's really nice. I really like the green chili in this. There was only one, so it's not too spicy, but gives you the right amount of spice with the creaminess of the yogurt. This is a great use of a chili. Honestly, no notes. I think that this is really delicious. The poha became really soft. I'm glad that I let it sit for a little bit longer. The taste of the yogurt is really rich because it's whole milk yogurt. And then you have the pop of the pomegranate seeds to add a brightness to it with that spiciness of the chili. There's a lot of flavors and textures going on. I do think the pomegranate seeds are a little bit important, otherwise it's just gonna be soft on soft. I've never had poha this way, I've always cooked it, and it's interesting to try it in its kind of more raw form. It's like porridge. And if you like the texture of porridge, that thickness of porridge, I think you would really like this, but I like that it's cold. If there's an Indian grocery store near you and you're interested in trying poha, I'll leave the breakfast poha recipe in the description as well, so that you have more than one thing to try. I hope you liked this episode today and were inspired by some of these no-cook dishes for the hot summer months that we are in right now. I will leave all the recipes in the description. They're on my website, beryl.nyc, and like and subscribe, it helps support the channel. Until next week, I'm leaving you with our summer drinks episode, which is super delicious, and our watermelon episode, where you learn how to use a watermelon, every single element of it. That's also a really cool episode. I will see you all next week.